All right, here we go. All right, welcome everybody. And I'm going to jump off and I'm going to ask Daniel to recite the code of care, please. He's like, you're putting me on the spot. Daniel, did you hear me? Am I freezing here? No?
I got you pretty good.
Oh, well then, James, go ahead and want to give us the code of care, please? No, that's a negative.
I got it.
Okay, go for it. Thank you, Pafana.
At the Grounds Guys, we show that we care by putting the needs of our customers first, by always having a positive and helpful attitude, and by treating everyone and everything with respect. And by living our code of values, we enjoy life in the process.
Yes, we do indeed. All right, so for everybody that can show their screen, please do. That'd be great. Otherwise, it's okay if you guys are on your phones. At least you guys just came. I'm thrilled about that, especially being the season that we're in. I know everyone's very busy. Phones are ringing off the hook, and everyone's running like chickens with their head cut off. So that's really good stuff to hear. First off, I want to jump into the Coach's Corner. So I wanted to talk a little bit about upcoming events. And we all know that Wednesday is Town Hall. How many people have signed up for Town Hall? Yep, a few people. So you actually have to click on to the link into the webinar, sign up, and that way it will kick you back an email and with an actual link, Ring Central link. Everybody understand that, kosher with that? So please go on there. Town Hall is 1 o'clock on Wednesday. Josh is going to go over everything from reunion as well as LMN. The CEO for LMN is going to be on that call. So what that means is you guys get to ask questions. So bring your questions. I'm not really supposed to tell you, but I'm going to tell you because I figure there's a few of you out there that would really like to have a couple of great questions asked. I think you'll probably maybe get one if you're lucky, but everybody can submit all of their questions. Hey, he knows he's going to get bombarded, right? I mean, he's got to suspect something. So with that being said, bring your questions to the Town Hall for LMN. Okay? Everybody kosher with that? I know Susie's ready. Chris is probably ready with a few as well. And we'll go from there. So please sign up for the Town Hall. Everybody should have got an email from Paul and Josh, everybody else. So make sure to check your email. Chris, I'll get you one. That way you can sign up. And then we'll go from there. Anybody else didn't get it? Going once, going twice? Nope, everybody's good. Okay. All right, so as far as Town Hall, please be there Wednesday, 1 o'clock. From there, everybody signed up for reunion. How many people have signed up for reunion? I know Torben had, yep, everybody, okay. For all those that I can't see. If you guys have not signed up for reunion, please do. The cost will go up. If you went to a training class or if you're new, obviously you're gonna have a lower cost. You need to be able to email Heather Nestler. So she is our executive assistant with the Grounds Guys. If you need her email, please shoot me a text or an email and I will send you her email address. But everybody needs to sign up for reunion. It's gonna be a really great time. Josh is probably going to cover quite a bit. The agenda is out there on FranConnect as well. So you guys can all go into FranConnect to find the agenda. We're going to have a lot of fun in the process. It's going to be a lot more of actual roundtables, events, a lot of communication between owners, even during the day. We're not going to go up there and just look at slides all day long. We're not doing that again this year, which is really handy. So everybody's actually going to enjoy their time, learn something, and get to communicate with other owners to facilitate learning. Any questions about reunion? Anybody? No questions. All right, we're going to open this up right now to out in the field. I want to see how folks are doing. And Mark Reeves, you haven't said anything yet, so I'm going to jump on here. I'm going to talk to Mr. Mark, and I'm going to ask you, how are you doing? How is your week going? You want to tell everybody that you've finished your install, your big install?
I did finish it.
Mm-hmm.
I got paid in full Friday.
That's a happy mark right there, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a happy mark. No, it's crazy busy. Bovada, it is storming here right now. It's crazy storming here.
Ooh.
Yeah, it came right over our head this morning.
Well, I'd like to mention to you guys that we have a tornado watch all night here at Waco. So that means that you guys are going to be getting that weather as it blows over, probably towards Arkansas and Tennessee, and then all the way across. And who knows, it might dip back down to Atlanta and everybody else. So please.
Alabama probably getting hit pretty hard too.
Oh, yeah. Alabama, yeah. So again, please reach out to everybody. Make sure everybody's okay around your area. If you do have a tornado around your area, please send me an email and let me know. If you have any natural disasters, just please shoot me an email or a text. Let me know you're okay. That would be absolutely appreciated on my side, because I don't always know what the weather is unless there's a big, Category 4 hurricane coming at you. Then I know. But other than that, not necessarily knowing. So if we can all work together and communicate together, that'd be fantastic. But again, bad weather is starting, right? It's our season. It's funny because we all start our grow season, but then we all start our bad weather at the same time. Mark, so are you guys getting a lot of rain and wind, storms, thunderstorms?
It's storming, and it's been doing it off and on all day. So, and we're going through this again tomorrow. So it was a very non-productive day. Mm-hmm. I mean, for the crew. I mean, I worked.
Well, at least you worked.
Someone's got to pay those damn royalties.
Hey, it's okay. You just keep doing those big jobs, that $250,000 job, and we'll be rocking and rolling. It was a beautiful install, by the way. Did everybody get a chance to see his install pictures online? He did post them to Facebook. Did you not, Mark? You did. And you did some videos.
Yeah, I posted some of them. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done much posting. I've been too busy. So
yeah.
We've been doing seasonal color and upgrades and sodding, and I've been kind of across the board. So, and then I've got basically people are getting a little disgruntled because I tell them when they call in, I said 3 to 4 weeks. And people are like, well, it is what it is. And there's no one else in this industry that's not on that backlog or more. 3 to 4 weeks is conservative. I really should be telling them 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
We're telling them 6 to 8 weeks, and we're just getting our second progress payment of $30,000 for one of our installs. So we've got another 2 months for that.
All right, wonderful. So I want to give you guys a heads up. The Southeast is growing, of course, and we'll be having new owners come in the next month and 2 months already. We have 5 additional. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. We'll be seeing some new owners come in, and as they do, I will introduce them. George Meyer, how goes it up there? George is probably the newest to our crew. How you doing? Did you hire that new guy on Monday?
Actually, he starts tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to be getting dumped on again tomorrow, like Mark mentioned. So I'm not sure how productive that'll be. But again, also to echo Mark's comments, it was a great day for me because I actually got caught up on estimates. So I'm feeling pretty good about things at the moment. But yeah, it's been nasty. This is one of the hardest storms I've seen here in some time, which is unfortunate because this weekend I actually overseeded my own yard, and I think it's all washed away now. So it's too bad.
Perfect timing.
Nature of the
Corey's laughing. Look at him. He's smiling and laughing in the background. Hey, how is everybody else? Corey, hey, do you want to talk about your H2B? Are you guys coming?
We are we're just keeping the world at bay until the troops arrive. But they did release, I think, 66,000 more supplemental visas. So hopefully in the next 4 weeks or so we'll be able to ramp up some production. But until then, we're just keeping everything, trying to keep up, rather.
As you continue to bury your skid steer on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'm on round 3. We're gonna give it another shot. I told him, we're gonna move on for a week or so and come back. So I ain't kidding you. I'm 4 feet down in that hole and I hadn't found dry dirt yet. So we're going to start piling in some sand and see if we can't build a beach and just put some sod on top of the beach.
There you go. Not a bad idea. You can probably call those guys in Florida. They do that all the time. As far as help goes, anybody have any issues? Are they trying to find employees? Anybody?
We actually went through a temp service and finally got, I think, a good guy and possibly knows irrigation.
That's nice.
It's $18 an hour, but at least we have a body.
Is it warm? Is it a warm body, Susie?
Yeah, we actually buried the cold ones. Nobody will ever know.
That's what you're doing with Corey. The mud. Oh, that's funny.
So I'm sure, just like with everybody else, all the resumes I'm seeing are basically so that they can go to the unemployment office and say, look, I applied. So to try to find anyone that's qualified is the needle in the haystack type of thing. And that continues.
One of my temp workers actually had admitted to me that wanted to know if we were hiring because they had a spouse. And I said, absolutely, send them on. She said, well, we've taken off the last 2 months or so after we got our stimulus check and stayed home with the kids. So we have to go to work now. They actually admitted it. So I know every other one just isn't admitting it.
Yep. So use your contacts out there, use temp agencies. I know that's few and far between as well. Obviously continue to utilize Career Plug, continue to post jobs. You don't need to post the same one over and over and over again. Just post the job and let it run. You can also sponsor, which means you're going to put it at the top of Indeed's list. You can sponsor on Indeed. Also, there's localized job boards. Utilize the job boards. Any other kind of ideas? Anybody else have any other creative ideas?
High school. There's the high school kid. I got 2 high school kids that have been helping in the afternoon from 3 to 7, and they have 14 more days of school, and they're gonna work and then keep working them. Even when I do get some full time help, I'm just gonna keep them working, even if they're picking up trash in the lay down yard. But that's a good option, just to have some guys to weed eat and pull weeds.
Absolutely. Anybody else?
They're all a piece of shit. No one wants to work.
You couldn't wait to say that.
Well, of course. And then they apply and they have a crappy driving record, so they can't get behind the wheel.
Yeah.
It's just they all want to stay at home and collect their unemployment.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a lot of that. Anybody else utilize any kind of universities or university workers? Anybody like that? No, nobody.
I use the prison workers, work release guys.
He actually does. When you want to tell him a little bit about that and let him know how it's working out.
Yeah, so I got currently 5 of them. You give them your insurance and all that stuff, and your workman's comp, and tell them how many people you need, and you have to give them 30 hours minimum a week. Every now and then you can drop below that, but not much. And you get your people; they show up every day.
Don't you get a tax credit for that?
Yeah, you do.
It's important that you submit that within 28 days or 14 days of them starting.
Yep. And if you have paychecks, they do it for you automatically.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. That's great. If you guys have any more questions about that, reach out to James. I know Bafana knows a little bit about it as well. If you guys have questions or concerns in regards to hiring those type of employees. Anybody else have any other kind of creative ideas that they've been working with as far as recruiting, retention stuff? How about
Has anybody been to local colleges?
has anybody reached out at all?
Yeah.
Colleges, I'm finding difficulties with colleges just because they want to go off now this summer and go party and do whatever they didn't get to do last year. But we did implement a referral fee to current employees that if they bring anybody on board, we'll give them X amount of dollars. And so that's helped us, because then they'll recommend a friend, and then that friend will likely work with them instead of trying to get everybody commingling and not knowing what you're going to get. Some of these guys are recruiting their friends, and therefore they're working well together, and then they're getting a bonus on top of it for bringing them in.
Go ahead,
Are
Susie.
you using we've been doing an attendance bonus, just trying to keep the guys coming in. Are you doing anything like that also, or just the referral fee?
Yep, just the referral plus any customer. If they were to bring in any sort of project into the office, there would be some sort of bonus that way. But attendance bonus, no, we're not doing that.
When do you pay out your referral bonus?
Probably a week after that guy gets hired.
How much is it?
It's not much, $25, $50, just depends.
Okay. Anybody else doing any kind of bonus or anything like that for retention side? No, negative, nobody.
We just had a leadership dinner last night, Sunday night, at Cheesecake Factory for the month that we did. So we had the CSR, we had the production manager, we had both leads, and we took them out to dinner to, say thank you and show gratitude and, talk about where we go from here. So
What'd you do last month?
96,000.
That's exceptional. That's very good. What do you know what your net profit was? Do you remember?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I got to look.
It was 30%.
Was that what it was?
30% net. Yeah, you did very well. That's exceptional. So in regards to bonuses or any kind of extra additive things, you guys can reach out to one another, reach out to me. Different owners do different things. So I have some helpful tips for you guys if you need them. But you guys can work with one another and reach out. But again, feel free to reach out to me. How are you guys doing for this upcoming season? So for seasonal changes, what are you guys looking for next quarter? In regards to your crews and implementing some action items based on where you think you'll be headed. Anybody at all? I know, Susie, we're trying to maintain the crews and figure out your structure on scheduling your crews and route densities and all that. So we're doing that. So that's going to be your next quarter strategy. Mark, what about you?
Free royalties.
Free royalties. Dream on, baby, dream on. That's exciting. Bafana, what about you?
Need to get multiple vehicles up and going is my big thing right now, because I got 3 guys, sometimes 4, and it's hard to have more than a single stream of work, and I need multiple streams of multiple vehicles running.
Okay, absolutely. That's good.
Yeah.
Carl, what about you?
And Mike,
I just went to weekly this month, so I am trying to figure out how to do all the mow jobs weekly and still have time to do landscaping. So I'm juggling, trying to figure all that stuff out. But I got to have the landscaping because I don't have enough in mow jobs to really support the business. So I got to figure that out. I hired one of James' ex-employees today. We'll see how he works out, see if he gets along with my foreman and everything. And if so, that'll help. But still looking for a guy with a license and a fairly clean driving record.
So you actually hired one of James's guys?
Yeah, James,
wow.
James asked if anybody need anybody. I'm like, heck yeah, I need somebody. So.
he was a good worker, very knowledgeable. He just had some personality conflicts with a driver that I had, and I couldn't lose my driver, so he had to go, and it was unfortunate. But I'm glad to see Carl got him.
Well, I'm hoping the same thing doesn't happen. I already talked to my foreman. I said, look, be a leader, keep your cool, don't get mouthy. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm hoping they'll get along. It's always tough bringing in someone new anyway, because I don't have that many employees. So one new employee is like a shockwave to the whole system here. Everybody gets their feathers all ruffled and thinks that their job's going to be, in jeopardy or something. But, what you gonna do? You got to deal with it.
How many of you guys are planning or have done your quarterly, like luncheon or morning routine with your crews? How many of you guys are doing that?
I am.
What you talking about?
I'm doing that.
Okay. Torben,
Talking about
you
the
are?
huddle?
No, quarterly, like luncheons, for your crews. Every quarter, you always want to bring your whole crew together and have lunch.
Marcus, are you pitching in?
What's that, Mark?
Are you pitching in?
Absolutely I am. If you want some of my time, I can jump on a Ring Central.
Oh, I need some greenbacks.
Oh, no. See, I have to, when I come see you, then I'm still gonna say, Mark, you're taking me to lunch. So woohoo.
We, Marcus, we are planning on taking our guys to Top Golf here in the next week or two. So that's kind of what we're going to do.
A little fun in the process. That's a great idea. Anybody else have anything like that to spur up your team members?
I give my guys a free dozen eggs from the chickens every week.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Mark's sitting there eating peanuts or something.
I'm eating ball peanuts.
That's awesome. Corey, you have your guys swimming in mud. I don't know if that's fun in the process, but what are you guys doing for fun in the process? I'll unmute you.
Hey, that's a spa day. People pay for that.
Do they?
We do a crawfish ball, just one big deal a year, and try and get one of the irrigation or lighting companies to come in and do a little demo. That way we get a little something out of it. drag them all into the shop at one time and do something, you know, try not to waste a whole day, but they get to come out and something for them to do. Bring their kids if they got kids. And I had always talked about doing a water slide, but hadn't done that yet. Might wait till later in the summer and maybe do two deals. Should a $200 water slide and some 40-year-old men turn into babies.
That's so true. It's so true. It's a great idea to bring somebody in or create a training environment. I know Mark does that as well, and I know quite a few of you guys do that. But the one thing you guys have to really remember is Greenius is out there. So for all of you that are on the call that can hear me, you guys need to be in Greenius. Everybody needs to be able to activate each one of their employees through Greenius on the safety side and, of course, on the instruction side to run equipment. Right, there's a ton of videos. There's also a grow program for growing people into management. So again, for each and every single one of you on this call, and of course, everybody that's going to watch that's not on it, I would strongly suggest every single one of you to be into Greenius with each and every one of your crew members. So hopefully next month when we have this, I'm going to ask everybody, and that's kind of your homework. I would like every single one of you to be on there and be inside of it and start working inside the software. So this is going to benefit all of your people, and it's a great time to go ahead and utilize this instrument that we have for you guys, and all of you are paying for it now. So again, utilize it. How many of you are on it or have played in it so far? Anybody? A lot of you. Yeah, that's great. That's excellent. Anybody have any questions about Greenius?
Yeah, they when I was setting up some employees, it looked like there was you could put them into a category, and I was thinking when you onboard somebody in that category, they'd automatically be assigned those lessons. But is that covered in one of the recorded sessions? How to do that?
You know, I'm not exactly certain. I do know that Greenius is they've been doing the hour-long recorded sessions, and then they'll also give you guys time, like actual live time, live IT help. So if you reach out to them and talk to their help side, they'll actually work one-on-one with you and jump on a call just like I do, just like we're doing right now, and they'll help you through that, Bafana, which is excellent.
It can be done. I created 3 different curriculums, if you will, or curricula. Like the first one for onboarding has 4 basic classes which center around safety and things like that. The next go round was more along the lines of the simple little 30-minute classes of how do I use the saw, how do I use a weed eater, those types of things. And then the final curriculum is more advanced, more with driving and things like that. So you can put courses into a curricula, and then all you have to do is assign the curricula to the employee so that you're not having to do 15 to 20 different classes per each employee.
Can you take a snapshot of that for us and send it to my email, and I can send it out to the team?
Sure, just for you. I'll do that.
Thank you. He's wonderful. Yeah. Anybody else on Greenius have any other Greenius questions? Okay. All right. So yes.
Wait, question. Is anybody doing any bonuses for people getting through the Greenius classes? Because we're having trouble getting the guys to complete the classes.
Do you pay them for their hours that they're spending doing the training?
No, I barely have enough time for them to complete the jobs right now.
So that's, instead of the bonus, we're just do the payment. So, and we ask them to take their own time after work, just log their time so that we know what it is, and then we pay them that way.
Well, each video has a time, correct? So
Correct.
You already automatically know how much time is actually going to be presented. So therefore, you'll know how much you're going to be paying them. just make sure and have them fulfill the classes. It also tells you if they've actually watched the whole thing as well. Again, just verify, make sure they watched it all, and then go and take care of that. I like that.
Is it possible to pay them after they pass the course?
Is that what you do, Chris? What do you do?
No, we do it as they, so usually when they finish the curriculum is when I'll log their hours. So like I said, the first curriculum that I have at 4 classes, so then we'll log those hours. The next go around, however many hours, we'll log it that way. So I basically do 3 rounds that then I know how many hours to pay them.
Okay. That's a really great idea. Okay, as far as our meeting, so the one-on-one with me, the monthly management meeting that we do is always going to be based on the 3rd or 4th week every single month. Okay, and that's the calls directly with me. That's required by compliance side and by management. So my boss, Josh, and Paul require me to complete this, but compliance also requires me to ask you guys the questions and make sure we're fulfilled within the actual brand management requirements, right? So again, it's absolutely required for you guys to make the monthly management meeting calls. Okay, I can't stress it enough. We have, if you need extra time, or if you need extra training, or if you need a few minutes to visit, or however, the best ways to do it is text or email me, right? And ask for the time. Corey, you need something?
Marcus, can I get paid for making our monthly management meeting?
You do get paid. It's my time is called a value added. And then what we're going to do with that is you're then going to be held to a stronger accountability, because I'm considered an accountability partner as well, right? And from there, your business will continue to succeed and grow, right? That's the idea.
No bonus?
I got a bonus for you. Don't worry. We'll talk about that afterwards, though.
No, you're like a temp worker. See,
Yeah.
what we pay is not what you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is you get it. Especially Susie. You should see the amount of emails she emails me. Oh, that's interesting. Oh,
I don't know. I was being a little facetious there. I get giving your guys a bonus for going above and beyond and doing extra things. But I mean, if you make it a requirement to go in and do 30-minute classes, if you got to do 4 30-minute classes on the time clock, that's 2 hours of your time that you're getting paid to sit in the air condition to do a computer course. If that's a requirement to have the job, when you go to work at Exxon, you go to work at BP, Chevron, you got to go through an orientation class on a safety before you can even. We just bid a chemical plant, and it's an hour and a half video that you got to sit down and watch before you can even go on the job walk. I just make it a requirement for your guys, and if they don't, I mean, that ought to be number one. Hey, if you're not willing to do the 2 hours of very simple safety training that we require for this job, they're not going to go out in the field and produce for you anyway. I don't know, that's my 2 cents on it.
I agree, pre-COVID, but there's so many people needing employees right now. If they get their feathers ruffled, there's so many other places they can go that they're starting to hold us
captive. So again, remember,
hostage.
Oh, you like the hostage word. Okay. So again, I would suggest on Corey's idea in regards to every job you go to, there's always a requirement. There's always expectations, right? So you guys as business owners hold the expectations for both your employees and both customers, calling in for services, right? It's your expectations as an owner that they're going to be meeting. So it shouldn't necessarily be the other way around, both on residential clients and employees. And I've had this conversation lately a lot, to where they'll say, hey, this residential only wants this, and this residential client only wants that. But then I have quite a few of you guys that are selling, the full packages and only working and only selling, the mow, trim, blow, the bed maintenance and everything else. And so I wanted to reiterate that we're a maintenance and landscape company, right? That's what we do. That's what our business is. And so truly sell the maintenance as a whole, right? Mowing doesn't make the money. You're not going to make money just mowing properties. So sell maintenance, take care of the full property. Corey, you want to rebuttal to that?
No. I mean, it's like I said, you go to a job walk, and it's even at a little commercial property. Hey, we require insurance. If you don't have insurance, you can't do it. Well, I require my guys to wear a uniform. If you don't do it, you don't do it. Hit the gate. There's somebody out there, and I just eliminate a lot of people real quick. If you don't have the time to send me some references, you fill out a resume, you don't have references on it. I need some if it's too much time for you to send me 2 references so I can call and check in on you, I mean, that's the simplest part. It's about to get a lot more difficult.
That's right. So in regards to our next meeting, guys, I'm going to take a little bit of a segment, and we're going to every single month for the next 6 months, we're going to take a little bit of a 15 to 20 minute segment, and I'm going to grab a couple of owners, and they're going to give us their steps of walkthrough or a process so what I mean by that is residential maintenance. What's your process? And then for residential install, what's your process? Both on the sales side and then also the estimating side. So I'm going to lean on all of you for different types. For instance, Mark Reeves, I'm going to lean on him hard for residential install. He does it right, and he does it very, very well. And he starts it from the conversation of first meeting with the customer, and then on the closing of the actual contract to fulfill the job. And so I'm going to ask essentially for you guys to take your processes, give me your understanding, and give it to the team as well. So don't worry, I won't jump in here and just ask you questions. I'll discuss it with you prior to. Okay, and as well as commercial. We're going to do a commercial walkthrough. Understanding how the walkthrough is for maintenance as well as install. We'll touch on irrigation and then holiday lighting. I'll implement a few of you guys to touch on holiday lighting as well. Remember, holiday lighting is right around the corner. So again, July is most likely the time that I'm going to be doing the class again, June or July, just an FYI. I have a call with him this week.
Okay, so I have a couple things.
Okay.
So 2 weeks ago, Tyson from Village Lighting emailed me. He says very few grounds guys have placed their orders for Christmas lighting. So, and I got a ton of emails from owners this past year saying they could not get materials. So I'm going to stress to y'all, get your orders in now, because you cannot wait till Christmas season and expect to get the materials, especially with everything that's going on. I would highly suggest you over order and make sure you have it in supply. Because if you don't, you're not going to have the materials at all. And this is going around with every industry, with everything you order. So I'm going to highly suggest you, if you use Village Lighting, order it now. Because otherwise you're not going to have a Christmas business.
I would strongly suggest if you use anybody, order now. And the main reason is realistically, you all have to understand that the ships that are going to China to pick up the product and coming back, they're not taking empty containers back to China right now. They're taking lumber and all our industry over, right? So the containers are still in the US or South America or Canada. So the containers are not making their way back to be able to be fulfilled and then sent back. So again, the turnaround time for lighting or anything from another country is typically a 3 to 6 month window. So there's no guarantee right now.
Yeah, so Grounds Guys owners, if you do Christmas, do not hesitate to get your order in and over order, because this continuance of business is going to continue, I think, for this next 2021, and you will not lose out on your money. So I'm gonna highly emphasize it, that you order it and have it in stock, because there's nothing worse than turning down business.
That's
So
right.
why I've got y'all on the phone, I know this is personal, but George and Bafana, how are the progressive lightings going for you?
Yeah, we've been working ours every Monday. Unfortunately, today is Monday and it was raining, so we didn't hit it today, but it's going pretty good.
Wait, you don't mow in the rain? Hey, the Florida
Not
guys
right
need
now.
to teach these guys a lesson.
I didn't feel like it today, basically.
I'm teasing.
Yeah.
Different
It was
Monday-
lightning.
Monday's a good
Trees
day.
falling.
They don't work on Mondays. But yeah, we actually went up there and cut in the rain today. I had some my foreman's he's out there, and he sent the guys to the truck, and I said I'll finish this up. He said, "Hold my beer."
Watch this.
And well, I think we only did the hedges today. We couldn't get all the up and coming. We couldn't get all the grass cut. So we got to, we'll go back for that. But the hedges were the worst thing up there and coming.
Any questions about holiday lighting before we jump into a different conversation?
Yeah,
George?
I got a question. So based on those comments from Mark, like for those of us that have not been through a holiday season, is there some pointers or I don't know, a playbook I should follow in terms of making sure I have some sort of supply to sell come holiday season?
So yeah,
I
the
have
first
no idea what to expect.
The first step, what you need to do is go to Village Lighting and sign up for an actual account, right? And then you can get on there, and that has all their training videos, all of their everything you need to do holiday lighting, everything. And then from there, they actually sell package deals to us. So that means you can buy 10 to 12 houses, essentially, enough product to do 10 to 12 homes. And that's I think that's the base. I think maybe is it 10 or is it 15? Mark, do you remember? I don't remember.
No, see, I never utilized that system because I was
Okay.
an established business.
Yeah, you're different. Yeah.
Here's what I would tell you, George, is I would just tell you to basically say, here's what I'm comfortable with doing, okay? And say, I want to do garland, I want to do outdoor lights, I want to do whatever it is. And just say, okay, I'm going to order. And if you call Tyson, he's great. He's amazing. He'll help you out. Their customer service is phenomenal. And just say, okay, my goal is X.
Yeah. And if you guys have any questions about indoor lighting and all the holiday indoor decor, Mark is one, and we have another gentleman, John Lundberg, as well, that do a lot of interior lighting. So I'll probably utilize you guys in the next few weeks to speak to that, Mark. So just an FYI, or in the next meeting, the next owners meeting. So if you guys have questions for interior holiday lighting or exterior, the next owners meeting, we'll take a 15-20 minute segment and go over it. And then you guys can ask your questions or ask now or email. Feel free to email as well. Bombard Mark.
What was the outdoor lighting company that I believe, Marcus, you mentioned to me? Was it Village, or was that just for holiday lighting?
So
No, Village Lighting is only Christmas.
Okay.
So if you're doing outdoor landscape lighting, I know there's a lot of PTN vendors on there. I do not personally use them, but
You're supposed to go ahead and try to utilize PTN vendors. This is where I need to put my mark on the call.
Yeah, I meant to say.
If you guys have questions about other companies, feel free to email one another for outdoor lighting if it's not part of PTN, right? I suggest others that may or may not be PTN vendors as well. But again, check your PTN vendor site first and foremost. And then from there, please feel free to reach out. I mean, Mark does outdoor lighting. Sean does. Corey does. I mean, I can go down the list. I think most everybody on here understands where to go. But if you don't, George, and you want to reach out, just please feel free to reach out to owners around you.
Marcus, are you being Switzerland right now?
Yes. Did you like that? All right. So before we leave the call, is there any questions that anybody has in regards to upcoming events that the Grounds Guys is holding, or anything in regards to reunion? No. So everybody needs to be on the town hall, which is next Wednesday, 1 o'clock. You have to go out there, click on the link that Paul and Josh sent on your email, and you have to sign up prior to. So please go out and do that. Yes, Sean.
Hey, Marcus, I just want to say one thing, and I got to go do an estimate. A couple things. My son's in the Marines, and his recruiting office called me today and said, hey, we've got a couple guys that are leaving in the fall for boot camp, and they need a job. Are you interested? And I'm like, most definitely. So you guys may want to go to your recruiting office close to your house and just let them know that you're looking for summer help. And so that was a good avenue. And then the other thing was what me and you talked about today about the one-time jobs and how to click and complete those, if there's any way to do that, because they're not running through our system after they're completed, because we don't have anywhere to check completed, so they're not getting invoiced, and we have to remember it to invoice. And sometimes I forget, and Caprice gets on to me about forgetting, and we lose money. So just a couple of things.
That's a good question for the LMN guy.
Yeah, it's going to be a great question. So in regards to the job has to be, let's stop real quick. Reoccurring jobs are the only thing that can be check marked in the LMN system, right? And we had to fight to get that. If it's an install job, meaning a one-time job or any kind of a one-time job that you have set up, there is no way to complete it, right?
You know, Marcus, Linda showed me one thing that might work, and you can tell me if this works in this case.
Okay.
If you activate the invoice, and I don't know if it has to be in pending or approved, or it just has to have an invoice date. There is that run or list invoices under invoices, and you set the date time, like, you know, give me all invoices that are due this week. Mm-hmm. And it'll pull up those invoices, and then you can actually send them. You know, if you were sending them over to QuickBooks or publishing them to the portal, you could do it all at once. Because I've been doing it like Sean. I've been doing it one at a time, and Linda showed me a way to do it all at once by using one of those invoice links.
So he's not. I don't think he's saying that, Buffon. I think he utilizes everything to hit the generate, and everything comes up, and then he sends it all in one. What he's meaning is one-time jobs and like mulch jobs. Is that correct, Sean?
Yeah, that's correct. Anytime if I go in and I have a customer call me today and say, hey, I need you to pull out 5 bushes for me and replant them. We put it in as a one-time job and as a landscape job. We can put it in the system, but the guys can't hit complete.
Correct.
There's no way to complete it, and so when you can't complete it, it doesn't generate an invoice.
So this is a great question that needs to be brought up to LMN on Wednesday. LMN CEO will be there for your guys' questions. There is no place, I'm telling you, for a one-time job, if it's non-reoccurring, there is no location to check mark complete. Okay. And if it's reoccurring, it has to be completed on the actual app by the lead that's on site. You cannot go in as an admin and hit complete and expect that to create an actual invoice.
Okay, so try this. Try this. Okay, fortunately, I have Linda. But what I do on one-time jobs is I have Linda go in and I say, add in customer job to LMN. Boom. Then you can log into the job.
He doesn't know. No, I'm just kidding. So yes, Mark, you're right. So another way for that Linda or other people that actually really knows the system well is by creating milestones. So if you do go and create an install job, a one-time job, create the milestone under the contract tab, and that will initiate an invoice.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Marcus.
Okay, that's probably what we're missing. I'll have to get with Caprice on that. But we do create the customer, we go through the whole process and create that customer in the system. So we're missing a step somewhere is what we're doing.
Yeah, when you create your estimate on the contract tab, make sure you have something there.
Yeah, for them. And on install jobs, they're considered milestones, is what they call them. But on reoccurring, it's called obviously a reoccurring service, like every single monthly contract.
Okay.
Right. So that's where it is. If you guys have questions, we can discuss it more. But the thing is, here's the biggest thing. If you guys can bring it up to LMN to say, we would love to have a complete button on the LMN Time app for our people to complete install or one-time jobs, that would be highly beneficial to where it then creates the invoice automatically. Listen, that's a game changer, right? That'll help us immensely, and our efficiencies are going to go way high as owners. So yes,
we got to give her 15 minutes in advance notice. So let me know.
Tell Caprice thank you.
I what I don't understand is how you're invoicing off of LMN, because LMN is basically a time app.
So LMN.
And you're entering notes, you're entering materials, you're entering, and maybe I'm not utilizing LMN the way I should be, but I go back into LMN and I look at the hours, and then I go back into LMN on my side, and then I enter everything in with royalties,
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
I
correct.
send it to Linda and she pushes it.
Yeah, Linda finishes it. So Linda actually creates the invoices in an LMN, and then she pushes them through to QuickBooks.
Pushes it through, but on a phone app, that doesn't really work.
So we're talking about actual check marks. So listen, Sean, the one thing I would do, and for Buffon and everybody listening, if it's a one-time job like a cleanup or a pull-out or even a small install, I know I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I would put it under as a reoccurring service, not non-reoccurring, and that way your crew can check mark it and complete it. Just I'll tell you guys it's kind of a cheater, but there you go.
Yeah, but Marcus, my guys are able to on LMN go one-time job, and they're able to submit it.
If it's under reoccurring side, so like the service side.
That's what they're doing.
Yes.
They're binding it in with their maintenance.
Yeah. Shh. Yeah. So you're not really supposed to do that, but to truly get away from it, that's a good way to make it productive. Is included
with your maintenance.
Yeah, include it all with the maintenance or on the maintenance side, and that
one-time job. Boom.
Yeah, that way they can check mark it and create the invoice instantly. Yeah.
Well, see, that's not the way we create invoices.
The system automatically generates it if you have it done correctly, which, Mark, you have Linda, so it's different. That's cheating.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he's spoiled. Mark is incredibly spoiled. All right. Other than that, you guys, we'll see you on Wednesday, 1 o'clock for the town hall. Please sign up. Everybody also needs to sign up for reunion. Mark, you got it. Reunion. Mark's going to be there.
I'll be at reunion, but I won't be on Wednesday.
Linda will be there, so it'll be all right.
That's fine.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Have a blessed night, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.